What is up guys? A lot of you were asking for a Twinblast guide, so I put one together for you. I'm going to briefly talk about why I chose the cards I did and then give you some idea of how you should be playing Twinblast to maximize not only his kit but the build as well. I know that a lot of you won't have some of the cards and I still don't have loads of the cards, so if you do need alternatives, feel free to post them down in the comment section and I'll do my best to help you out. Some of the footage I captured is from patch 26, but I tweaked the build slightly for patch 27 to adjust for the removal of Twinblast passive and the new armor stats. So to start off, this is a full damage and attack speed build with lifesteal. The reason I don't have crit is because there is currently a bug on Twinblast which has its crit bonus capped at 170% instead of 200%. So to begin, we're going to take a health potion and 2 or more strike tokens. Strike tokens are good for filling in points where we have 1 point left over. We want to go double Flashfire Piston, the first with 3 strikes. This will allow us to have a strong start. For the second Flashfire Piston, we want to get a minor strike and a double Major Kinetic. A brand of the Ironeater for our lifesteal with a double drain and 1 greater drain. 2 rust breakers because the 16 points of penetration is really good since all heroes have some base armor. The first rust breaker will again have 3 strikes, while the second rust breaker will be 2 strikes, a major strikes and a major pierce. I would throw in 2 pierces if you have them. This will help you if you encounter a team that is full of tanks and supports where they are building a lot of physical armor. It's important to have a build that allows you to adapt to situations. Then throw in your Windcarver Blade for that all important attack speed. You want a Kinetic, Major Kinetic and a Major Strike. Finally, your Guardian's Ward with 3 major strikes and a greater health. You may be thinking, a greater health on a carry? Yes. Why? Well, because late game you'll find yourself getting into fights with another ADC that lasts only 2 or 3 shots. But if you have increased health on top of your lifesteal, you'll find that you can survive another 2 or 3 shots, allowing you to pick off the enemy carries relatively easy. Don't forget your Warlord Prime card as well. So now you've got your deck, how exactly do we build it? Well, you want to start off with a health potion and a Flashfire Piston that has 3 strikes. This will allow you to stay in lane longer, but also output more damage, allowing you to farm quicker and more effectively. You want to unlock your Rocket Dash ability first, always, because it's such a great escape and you don't have wards yet. The good thing about the Flashfire Piston is the extra damage at the start of the game does hurt enemy heroes. Kallari comes to gank me, but thanks to my Rocket Dash I can escape any danger. I use the tower for cover but continue to deal damage, which means we pick off Kallari, steal and eventually Sevarog takes down Grim. The early damage combined with my Rocket Dash meant I could turn a gank into a favourable engagement, and these are the kind of opportunities you want to take advantage of. If things are going well, you will back when you have 6 card points, and this is where the build gives you some flexibility. If you think wards are important and you're solo in a lane, then definitely grab the Guardian's Ward, put a strike into the Flashfire Piston and throw in a strike token so that you're maximizing your build curve. The point here is that staying alive is key. You don't want to be constantly getting ganked as you're just losing farming time, and so going for the early ward should help keep you alive. If you have a teammate in your lane that has gone wards, then you can max out your Flashfire Piston with all 3 strikes instead. The damage at this point is really good. You should be able to last hit minions easily and maybe pick off a few enemy heroes. Abilities wise, I focus on my Rocket Dash as upgrading it reduces the cooldown every time and it is definitely a lifesaver. I also prioritize my Nitro ability since the increase in attack speed will help you farm and mow down enemy heroes. The grenade is useful because of the slow and the AoE effect. It might help you clear lanes quicker, but I tend not to prioritize it as much. Twinblast Ultimate I only really unlock 25% of the time now. It really got nerfed into the ground in patch 27 and you'll find you output more damage with your auto attack. There is no set upgrade path however, this is just my suggestion. After you've got a couple more card points, you want to return to base. Here I returned as soon as I had my next card level because I was against a Steel who has a good deal of base armor, so the penetration from my Rust Breaker would help break him down quickly. Now that's one of the things that is important. If you're laning against a tank, it might be useful to back as soon as you can to get your Rust Breaker. Obviously don't back if it's going to cost you the tower, but the penetration will definitely help you. Again, it's best to back when I have 6 or more card points. points because I know I can fully upgrade my Rust Breaker and get the fully upgraded bonus, giving me a huge boost ahead of the enemy team. You now want to get a Flashfire Piston and a Minus Strike. It's really important we try not to leave base with any card points spare, as we want to maximize our damage output. We then want to throw in the 2 remaining Major Kinetics to give us a boost in our attack speed. Next up is your lifesteal. Again, this is the same as what we did for the previous card. Buy your brand of the Ironeater. If you have 3 points, then put the Greater Drain in. But if you have 6 points, put everything in and sell your health potion, because now you have lifesteal, you don't really need your health potion. Next, you want your Windcarver Blade for that all important attack speed. Throw everything you can into this. You'll find that if you max this, you will have 1 point spare because of the Kinetic. You can sell your current Rust Breaker and replace it with the new Rust Breaker, fully upgrading it. The path here depends on the game. If you want that penetration, switch the Major Strike out for the Major Pierce. This will be your last card if you did get wards earlier in the game, but if you didn't, then add your ward and fully upgrade it. Wards are super important, especially late game when a death could mean you sit out of the game for over a minute. Having that vision will keep you alive and let you know where the enemies are. So that's all for the build itself. Like I said, if you have any questions or need alternatives, send me a comment down below and I'll do my best to help you. Now, I want to talk about how you should be playing Twinblast. You want to prioritize farming as quickly as possible. Twinblast is a carry and really shines in the mid to late game, although I've done my best to give Twinblast that advantage in the early game as well. I try my best to stick to my lane, only really helping my team when absolutely essential. You don't want to end up going over to help them and have to split CXP between your entire team, because this is just a waste. I also advise not chasing an enemy opponent, because again, this is costing you valuable farming time and you're not guaranteed a kill. Once you reach around 30 to 40 card points, you can roam a bit more because you'll find that you'll need to start doing other objectives like helping your allies push or doing all prime. The important thing here is that you conserve your mana. Don't run across a lane and burn your abilities to clear a wave. You have enough damage and attack speed to do that. You want to save your Nitro and Rocket Dash for when you're fighting an enemy hero, as it could just save your life. I find that doing these things, it's almost impossible to fall behind. Even when your team is losing, you should find you're at most a card level behind the enemy team, and when you're doing well, you can sometimes be 3 to 4 levels ahead, and once Twinblast is ahead, you can start picking off the enemy heroes. Just remember not to chase. The build really lets you shine from 30 card points onwards, so use that to your advantage. Play safe during the early parts of the game, then go on the attack once you hit around 30 card points. Prioritize the other enemy carries over the tanks because you are still fragile before you get your lifesteal. Once you have lifesteal, abuse your Nitro ability to regen your health as quickly as possible. Remember, your ultimate doesn't give you lifesteal, so I'd only ever use it to clear waves later in the game. If you enjoyed this guide, hit that thumbs up button. I hope this build was informative and you see some good results with it. Let me know which hero I should do next, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.